There we go. Let's do it. What's up guys, Chris Lang here, and today I'm going to be going over some must-have accessories for your iPad. These are just products that I find necessary for myself, so don't think that you need to go out and buy these accessories if you don't need them. Starting off at number 1 is the Apple Pencil. Without the pencil, the iPad isn't useless, but it does enhance your writing abilities, it does enhance your creativity, especially when you're using apps like GoodNotes, Procreate, whatever drawing apps you guys are using. I typically use the iPad or the Apple Pencil itself for note-taking, and I use GoodNotes 5 for all my note-taking needs. Without this pencil, none of this would be possible. I don't even think you can draw on GoodNotes without a pencil. And if you could, it's kind of counterproductive and it just takes away from the whole experience. So yeah, I picked one up, and these guys are not cheap. I believe it was about $150 for it. Something like that. So for a pencil of that much, it better work. Something I really like about the pencil is it really helped me enjoy writing a lot more. Previously, I hated writing. I wasn't the biggest fan of note-taking when it came to like college, university, or like high school. So note-taking was something I always disliked. So having the Apple Pencil, this really allowed me to enjoy it a lot more. It allowed me to work on my penmanship. So just being able and seeing what people can create. I've seen, you go on Pinterest and you search up like note-taking on GoodNotes, and there's so many people that come up with like cool concepts, cool color schemes, and I just wish one day I could write like that. Another must-have I have is an Amazon Paperlike screen protector. This one isn't the one that you see YouTubers promoting. I think it's, yeah, Paperlike itself. I just found that for $30 compared, I don't know how much that one is, but I just think with shipping and everything, it would have been almost double the price of the Amazon one. So I'll link the Amazon one on the screen here. This one really helped a lot when it comes to note-taking, when it comes to drawing. It really does make it seem like the name, Paperlike. Before I was using a glossy screen protector, and writing on that still was enjoyable. It just wasn't the best experience, as it was a little slippery. I found using Apple Pencil on like the screen of the iPad without a screen protector and also a screen protector. So just by adding this matte screen protector, it helps smooth things out. It helps slow down the flow. So like I said, Paperlike, it felt nice. The only thing that I didn't like is it kind of took away from the screen quality. I did find itself having a little bit of pixelations, or you can kind of see like the what is it, like the sticky residue behind it. I'm not sure if that's what I'm seeing, but for my use, for YouTube, for just general Netflix, or just scrolling on Instagram, you're not going to notice too big of a difference. And by having a matte protector, it does allow for anti-glare. With the glossy screen protectors, if you're sitting by like a window, you'd see a lot of glare coming in from the room. But with a matte screen protector, it kind of just mutes it. It'll kind of diffuse it, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the word. That's one of the pros you can see when it comes to the screen quality. Another product I found useful was this little phone stand, and I guess it doubles up as a tablet stand. I'm not sure what difference it makes with the other products, but it might be a little smaller than your typical iPad one. I haven't toppled over the iPad yet, knock on wood, but I do find it useful, especially when you're just trying to watch things. And with the Folio case itself, it's a little tougher to see viewing angles. You're limited to 2 angles, not really modifiable. Like you're kind of stuck to, you know, it's just there. So with this little stand, you can actually keep the case on and just modify. Definitely a must-have if you're really into like watching YouTube, if you're watching movies, all your multimedia purposes. Highly suggest getting one of those stands, and I think they're only like 15 bucks on Amazon. And if you're gonna go with a case for your iPad, definitely would suggest going with the Folio case. This one specifically from, I'm gonna have to look that up. iPad case. ESR, okay, this one's from ESR. This case, I actually cannot get enough of. It doubles up as a stand, so if you want, you can use it for laying on the table if you didn't want a flatter surface. So having the flexibility of using this case, having it, you know, different orientations was really cool, and especially for like 20 bucks. The Apple ones, I think they go for like 80.
What?
100 bucks or something like that, but for a fraction of the cost, I don't think the Apple case was worth, say, 2, 3, 4 times better than the Folio case I have right now. And so I'd probably go with this one over the Apple case. Another cool addition is the flap that it comes on the side of the case. This is mainly used for the Apple Pencil, so if you're someone that's like me and you're very careless, you lose things easily, go with this case, because you'll definitely save yourself a lot of money, because those pencils aren't cheap. They're like I said, 140, 50 something dollars. So having a case that keeps it secure, you'll thank yourself later in the long run. Another product I use almost every day with the iPad are these Apple AirPod Pros. Apple AirPod Pros. Maybe a little overkill depending on what you need. You could just go with the normal iPad. You could go with the normal AirPods. I just went with the Pros because they always fall out of my ears. Yeah, so that's why I'm using the Pros. Something I like is just the Apple ecosystem. You can go from the iPhone to the iPad to your MacBook, and it's just all seamless when it comes to switching devices. Apple does a good job in determining which device you're using. If you're using your phone, then go to your iPad. The auto switch function is, I find, useful, but sometimes it could get a little buggy. But just having a wireless solution to using your iPad, watching movies, it is really helpful. If you did go with a corded headphone for the iPad, you'd be using a dongle, and
No, God, please, no!
it'd be kind of a mess, you know? But I use the iPad Pros itself. I use the AirPods itself for a much better multimedia experience. But yeah, definitely recommend it. You don't have to go with the Pros. You could go with the basic, just the normal model, but the AirPods itself is something I cannot use the iPad without. Another option I have is this USB hub. Originally, I bought the USB hub for my MacBook Pro, and this was something to use for more USB ports, something I can connect it to my computer. And I found out that I could actually just hook it up to my iPad if I wasn't using it for my MacBook. So this gives me, like I said, another USB port. I get the HDMI. I can use an SD card slot. And it's nice to be able to connect your iPad to a monitor. I don't think it scales fully. I believe you do see a little bit of a cutoff when you're using your iPad to a monitor, but I think that if you screenshot it or if you full screen it, you should see a more full screen, I think. Don't quote me on that. But the hub itself is something I find useful if you're someone that uses the iPad for just video editing, photo editing, and looking to replace your laptop overall. And lastly, I've got an optional product here, but I use the MX Keys keyboard with the iPad. Again, another product that was intended for another product, being my MacBook, but something I did like about this product is the quick switch feature. I have number 1 paired to my MacBook and number 2 paired to my iPad, so being able to go from my computer to my iPad real quick like that, the click of a button, you do find yourself useful with that.
Okay.
And when combined with the iPhone or the iPad, the stand I was mentioning earlier, it did feel like it was more of a desktop solution, something that you could replace your MacBook with if you're looking that way. Having that keyboard there, it's not always 100% accuracy when you're using a touch keyboard, so using the MX keys I found was really useful when just browsing the internet or just typing along on my iPad itself as opposed to the MacBook. So like I said, it's not needed, but if it's something that you already own or if you're looking to pick up a keyboard for your computer, you know, kill 2 birds, 1 stone with this, use it with both your iPad and your Mac and you're set. And that's all I have for today. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys find some use out of this. These are just some products I find myself using almost every day with the iPad. If you like the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up, comment below what product you have, or if there's something you didn't see on the list that you want to see, but let me know. It's Chris Galang, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.